Hey guys, you're watching Chaotic TV. We're bringing you the third game from this Best of 5 series. This Blue Terran in the top right of Cloud Kingdom is up 2-0 in this Best of 5 right now. He is playing for Team Incredible Miracle. He is Yoda.
Once again, his opponent, this time switching colors with him. There's now the red Protoss. This is Grubby.
Alrighty. Now, very powerful 1-1-1 modified from Yoda in the last game. Do you think he'll try it again? I mean, this seems like a similar map for that kind of play.
I think that's like a one-time type attack. We'll probably see some more macro-oriented play. I wouldn't be surprised to see an early command center here. Just because Yoda is such a confident player. I mean, he has no reason to think that he can't win a macro game against Grubby here. No,
since he almost did it in the first game, his pressure turned into a kill move, but it wasn't actually any kind of design that way, I don't think, in the first game at least. In the second game, it was definitely designed for a kill. He just straight out macroed Grubby in game 1. It was just ridiculous, the amount of output he had. And you could tell by looking at both the supply and the mineral bank. Grubby just could have had more stuff, and he didn't. Yep. What is your favorite pro team?
My favorite pro team?
Yeah.
That's actually a good question. I'm gonna have to go with EG now. Since
really?
The recent additions, I really like Jaedong.
I can understand that.
And also, I've liked Indra for forever, just because he was the first foreigner, hipster foreigner, whatever. Obviously, he doesn't have the best manner. He's not the best Zerg anymore, but it's just the way he plays. He does his thing and doesn't really care what anybody says, and I can actually really respect that.
That's a good way to do it. I mean, he is an American. We are the ones who pioneered that kind of attitude. But anyway, I actually enjoy EG as well. I'm not a big fan of theirs, just because I hear a lot of people clamor Huck, 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 but I've never been a big fan of Huck to begin with.
I always liked him, but recently, I don't know if it's his practice habits or what, but he's fallen off quite a bit. Or it could just be the fact that the rest of the pro scene has gotten better compared to him.
That is very true. He did very well in the up downs, but he kind of fell off in the recent GSL.
Well, he could still move through Code A and move on again next season. He's not out of GSL, and that's a good place.
No, not by a long shot. I'm very happy that he's in there, as well as Grubby is in Code A. So we'll be seeing some interesting things from him living in Korea and training for the next 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, Huck's first stint in Korea in the OGS TL team house, he just improved tremendously, and he was actually a really scary player for a while. At one point, he claimed top 3 control in the world, and he could back it up at that point in time. But like I said, I think the rest of the pro scene has just gotten better.
I was beyond shocked that Life won Iron Squid. I was really rooting for DRG to pull that one out. He is the member of my second favorite team, MVP, which mainly I only like because of him, but I've really starting to take a like to other players like Sniper, not just because he won, but because he's a Zerg player, and even though I'm not the best at Zerg, I like to watch Zergs play. And even though I hate playing Terran or playing against Terran, I love watching Terrans play, which I'm really enjoying watching Yoda play right now.
Yoda lately has been doing extremely well. These matches are slightly old, but in the GSL up and down matches, he had a really rough group, and he just walked in there and killed everybody. Like, didn't even break a sweat, it seemed like, and just moved straight on to Code S. It was really impressive, because especially, like I said, he had such a strong group to contend with. I think he was playing against a Flash and Jaedong in that group, if I remember right. So those are big names from Brood War coming in, and just had no problem with them.
Well, it looks like we're going to see another 1-1-1 out of Yoda, but he's going for the expand off of the back of it and just taking map control with the units that are already out on the map. He's got a SCV here to heal the Hellions that are coming across right now. And he's going to do a little bit of pressure against Grubby, who has not so much units right now. He's only got 3 Stalkers and a couple of Sentries.
Grubby is slightly ahead in economy, with Mules is pretty equal, but I guess, I don't know, these Hellions could do some pretty decent damage. 3 unupgraded Hellions will one-shot workers if they get lined up. And he's going to elevator the Marines in and leave the Hellions on the low ground. That's kind of interesting. Ooh, almost loses the medevac.
Big snipe on the
I got
medevac
it.
right there by Grubby. He is
good force fields too to separate those Hellions and kill a couple of them.
it looks like the force fields weren't all that necessary. Yoda kind of separated himself, and the Stalkers are so good against Marines. They kind of just cleaned up the house, and right now Yoda's on the back foot. He's going to have to build up a little bit of defense at home to be able to survive.
Grubby's going to counterattack here. You see him bring in the probe with the drop a forward pylon. Here we see Yoda quickly dropping some bunkers because he knows it's coming. He's going to be completely safe with these bunkers unless somehow Grubby can get blink and high ground vision, which he obviously has no way of doing.
The force fields are good. He's going to be able to keep those SCVs from repairing these bunkers. He's trying to take out this bunker before it finishes dying, and all of the units that are coming out of those barracks go straight into a bunker right now. Another Marauder or two Marines are going to move into them, and Grubby is the one on the attack.
He needs to back away from this. Marauders in bunkers just laugh at Stalkers all day long.
Well, he warped in a couple more Zealots, and if he puts them at the front, he'll be able to soak some of that damage. But he's not microing back that pained Stalker right now. That Stalker is only one hit away from dying.
Okay, he hasn't lost anything yet.
He's lost the Stalker right there.
He's
coming in right now. He's going to not target fire. There he goes, target firing that center bunker. And all of these Stalkers right now with these two bunkers are... There's a lot of damage going down on both sides. Let's just call it that. Not
enough Zealots on the force field. He can contain from here, but I don't think he can keep trying to push through here. That being said, I think he's going to try.
He's going to try, indeed. He's going to try to isolate the bunker on the right side, on his right, the southern side of it. Knocks it out, but he is losing so much stuff. He's lost all of the Zealots that he just warped in. He lost two more Stalkers, but he is being able to push forward.
There's not enough barracks units yet. We see him switching a reactor into the starport, like he has no cares in the world. That's really interesting. He could have made one medevac without switching it, but...
Yeah, I don't think he has the money to provide for a 2 medevac production right now. He does need it, though, for these weakened barracks units.
He does have stim, so being able to stim these freely, having a couple of medevacs out, will help him completely to just force this pressure. He did save the command center. Ooh. Gets the supply depot there.
Yeah, I got the supply depot underneath the force field. I didn't actually know you could shoot through the force field. That was pretty cool.
Just can't walk through it.
Yeah. So, another Zealot's going to give him a little bit of high ground so he can try to snipe something, doing some damage to the factory right now. It's not really going to do all that much, but he does have a pretty hard contain on Yoda right now, and he's backing it up with 2 base play. 1 drop full of units is going to try to
medevac full of medevacs.
weave around this base, but Grubby does have a pretty hard contain on Yoda right now.
Yeah, he has the medevac, so he's able to get out. Grubby needs to, I think, either tech or expand behind this. All he's doing now is adding gateways and upgrades, but that can be good if he's going to go for the kill. But I don't know if he's in a position to kill this. That being said, he has done a lot of damage. He's really stopped that second base, and he's on 2 bases. So if he holds this long enough and keeps warping in, he will be able to eventually have enough units to overrun. You seem doing a good job of spreading Stalkers out to not let drops out. That's gonna stop Yoda from being able to do any damage to him.
Yeah, he's gonna if he gets any upgrades, it's gonna be a big help to him right now. Grubby's Natural's being attacked by the drop that did get away. Yoda doing the damage and taking out a couple of probes. The warp in of Zealots is doing what it can to move in, but those Zealot legs aren't finished upgrading, so these are just getting kited around pretty seriously. More Zealots coming in right now. Those concussive shells are doing what they can to stop them. No hits have been taken off, and there's
good
the hit
micro
right
from Yoda. Oh wow,
that is ridiculous. I wonder what his APM is.
He just killed.
There we go.
He just killed like 8 or 9 Zealots with a 1 drop, all because he had concussive shells on 2 Marauders.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
That was crazy. He actually forced Grubby to bring his entire army back to deal with this drop, which is almost unheard of with a single drop. But great job by Yoda there, just breaking out now. He's be able to get the command center back on the low ground pretty soon and keep getting his army ready to deal with whatever comes back his way.
Well, it looks like he's going for an all-in right now. He pulled all of his SCVs, and he's moving all of his units across the map. All these medevacs right now are in trouble. One of them is going to get sniped off. There's one, and there's another one. The big stim forward is going to be hampered by the loss of those medevacs, and force fields are able to push back some of the units, and the zealots are just running up those Terran units against the force fields and killing them. SCVs come in from behind, but they're not going to be able to do anything. Yoda taps out with a GG. And we see Grubby actually take Game 3 in this series, but Yoda still leads 2-1. So we're going to bring you Game 4 in just a second. We'll have to see what happens. Cheers.